Hello, my name is Quetzal. We're in Puerto Vallarta in my studio, and welcome. When I was 9 or 10 years old, I was living in Arkansas for 1 year, and I had a friend whose name was Chris. When we were about to go in front of the art classroom, I would be like, "Oh, what is in there?" And he would say something like, "No, you should not be there because that's only for artists," you know. And I said like, "Yeah, but I don't know what it's about. I want to go there." Repeatedly, he was telling me that it was just for artists, but he was saying it as if being an artist was something like kind of different, right? So that moment, I started understanding that art could be something valuable for people. I started creating my own stuff, and then I ended up just like being obsessive about it, and I had I guess you can call it like a natural talent for it. It was the doctor of my mother. My mother showed him some of my sketches, and I was like 13 probably, and this guy told me, "You have a gift, you know, you actually have a gift, and he said, but if you don't explode it, if you just let it go, it's gonna stay there. It's never gonna flourish. So you have to keep on working." That really helped me. I think all the classics and contemporary. I think from the United States, I really really love the work of Dana Schutz, for example, Nicole Eisenman. I've seen some of her work and it was very shocking, because I never thought painting could have so much languages. And the classical ones, no, all the history in art, Velázquez, Dali, Goya, all of the European Picasso, for example. For me, Picasso, for my paper works, some of my work are very influenced in Picasso. What I really enjoy about my work is when I'm doing it, because I always say this, no, like it's a kind of a gift, but it's also like a curse. When you're creating, you're just feeling so anxious that it's not like you actually want it to be, and when you're not doing it, you're just like so anxious about wanting to go back and doing it. It's this cycle that I really really enjoy, that I have to make my life be running around my art. I love my culture, I love the ethnicities that we have in Mexico. There are so many languages, there are so many original cultures in Mexico that have so many traditions. They have so much culture, the creation of masks, the creation of dances, the creation of music, that it's impossible that you are not influenced by it. That in Mexico we still have these ideas sometimes. I don't know if they're good or bad, but sometimes we still have this religious and magical thinking, and not so materialistic. I think that is one of the best things that I like, yeah, about my work. Well, I have two processes. No, I have like the ones that I have here are very symbolistic. I I cut from old magazines. I edit from internet. Sometimes I take pictures outside on the street, and then I cut them and I create these collage works, and then I project them into my canvases, and then I start merging all the layers in order for them to look like if they are on the same composition. After I graduated, I started just going like completely free, no, and then that's when I started like just be scribbling, drawing, and just throwing stains of paint into a canvas, and from there start moving all the paint, like letting myself go, like not knowing where I'm gonna end or how is it gonna turn. That's a process that for me is more enjoyable. But the other one, it takes a lot of precision. Yeah, yeah. I think art is important because art is what differentiates us from animals. I have this theory. Like an artist has to be a person who is taking the burden to carry with humanity. Like us humans, we develop humanity by creating more art, more beautiful, and in a more creative way. And I think it's a way to push humanity into something greater, you know. And that's why I think art is so important, because art opens questions, you know. I think you don't find answers in art. I think art helps you to open questions. And I think art is it's a way of getting a different kind of knowledge, different than science, different than philosophy, for example. But it's another way, you know. And art helps us to understand more our human condition. I heard someone saying that it's the spirit's food, no? It's like the food for the spirit, because you can have like normal food, but to see a work of art, it's just completely different, no? Thank you guys for coming to my studio. My name is Quetzal, and we're here in Puerto Vallarta.